Hi, welcome to Tipton County Pulse. I'm Barrie Foster, Director of the Tipton County Museum, Veterans Memorial and Nature Center in Covington, Tennessee. This morning we're in the herb garden out behind the museum. We have Sherry Onorati. Thank you, Sherry, our archivist and program coordinator behind the camera. And our special guest today is Sherl Rose, who is a master gardener, and she is receiving her lifetime badge this evening.
Yes.
And she has spoken here many times at the Tipton County Museum. And she's here today to talk about pollinators and the herb garden. Welcome, Sherl, and thank you for being here.
Thank you for asking me, Barrie.
Who are the pollinators?
Well, everyone's first response when you say who are the pollinators is they say honeybees. And yes, honeybees are very important pollinators. But something that a lot of people don't realize, honeybees aren't native to the United States.
Oh, I did not know that.
They are European immigrants. They were brought here by the European settlers for a source of sweetness. So honeybees, although very important pollinators, they're not native to the U.S. But we have lots of native bees that are important pollinators. Bumblebees help pollinate tomatoes.
Wow.
Orchard mason bees help pollinate in orchards. There are also butterflies, bats, beetles.
Beetles, wow.
Beetles.
Those are something that are annoying, you want to kill them, so
Right,
that's good to know.
But beetles are very important pollinators. Also birds, especially hummingbirds. And also wasps. A lot of people wouldn't think that, but wasps are pollinators too.
Okay.
So there are lots of important pollinators besides honeybees.
Okay, and why are they so important?
1 out of every 3 spoonsful of food that we put in our mouths are pollinated by the pollinators that we just mentioned. So there would be no blueberries,
Okay.
no almonds,
Okay.
no apples. There are a lot of foods that we would not have if it weren't for the pollinators. So we want to help our pollinators, and because they are in
How
serious
can we
decline.
help them?
Do something like this project right here behind us. This is a Master Gardener demonstration garden, but a garden that's very near and dear to my heart because we planted it for the pollinators. And we want to educate people as to the importance of pollinators and what they can do on their own property.
What exactly makes a good pollinator garden?
For a good pollinator garden, you want lots of nectar plants.
And give me an example. I'm not a gardener, I'm not a master gardener.
Nectar plants. Pentas, black-eyed Susans, zinnias, daisies, Cufia or cigar plants, salvias. There are numerous.
And most of those names I recognize, so you can buy those at the local nurseries, things like that. Okay. And where can you find good resource material for creating pollinator gardens? Are there websites or books?
There is a wealth of information on the internet. You can Google butterfly, and there are pages upon pages, but some that I highly recommend and some that I've used are National Wildlife Federation's resource, nwf.org.
Okay.
They administer the National Wildlife Federation Backyard Wildlife Habitat Program. Project Monarch Watch, monarchwatch.org. They are instrumental in helping with the monarch butterflies. The Xerces Society, which is a society for preservation of invertebrates, xerces.org.
Thank you for spelling. I would not have known that.
The North American Butterfly Association, and there are lots and lots, but those are some that I use frequently.
Well, thank you for all you do for the museum.
You're welcome.
I've been here now 3 years, and I sought out Sherl at her place of business when I first started here. and she has redone the herb garden, and she recently helped us get our butterfly certification at the museum. We are now a monarch way station, and in order to do that we had to get a lot of milkweed, which is only what the monarch lays their eggs in. And so that's important here. We have it in the herb garden here, we have it behind the museum, and we have another butterfly garden out front that the Girl Scouts helped us plant. Sherry and I helped the Girl Scouts plant it, I guess, several months ago. And so we're just loaded with butterflies here, and we really appreciate that. Sherl, is there anything else you'd like to mention about butterflies? Now you're going to be speaking at our upcoming gardening series.
Yes.
In October. I can't remember which weekend it is, but you're going to be talking about Grandfather's vegetable garden, and I'm sure you're going to be talking at least somewhat about the pollinators.
Oh yes. Grandpa's vegetable garden will be about heirloom vegetables, how to grow them, some of the history behind them, and where you can find seeds so that you can grow them yourself.
Okay.
And yes, there's always going to be something in there about pollinators.
Will you be bringing your soapbox?
Probably.
She has a famous soapbox.
Probably, yes. I will probably bring the soapbox, and at the end, with probably some egging on from some fellow master gardeners, I may step on it and give a very short sermon.
Shake your hand.
Very short sermon.
The hand always goes up.
About pollinators.
It's worth coming to see. Thank you, Sherl. We've got a new exhibit inside the museum. Saturday was Isaac Hayes Day at Fraser Park in the city of Covington, celebrating his birthday. This new exhibit has some pieces in it rarely seen by the public. It's pieces of his personal collection, and so that will be up through November 30th. Thank you, Sherry, for spearheading that. And Sherry has a lot of creativity, and you've got to come out and see it for yourself. Saturday, September 2nd and September 9th, we are having an oil painting workshop, 2-day workshop. You can take one day without the other. I believe the hours are 10 to 3, 10 to 2, something like that. Anyways, it is $50 for members per day, $70 for general public. Mike Elkins will be teaching oil painting, introduction to oil painting. And we've had several of the master gardeners already sign up. There's just a few slots left over or available, and we have been accepted for a grant from the Tennessee Arts Commission, ABC grant, which means art builds communities. And so we're real proud of that. So we still have a few slots available on that. Then Party with the Pollinators is Friday night, September 8th at 6 p.m. here at the museum. Sherl will be talking about the herb garden inside in the conference room, and then we're going to have everyone in and out. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I will be giving a tour of the gardens here and explaining a little bit about why we're doing this and the importance of having gardens like this, and also letting people know that they can replicate this on a much larger scale or a much smaller scale, so that they can help out the pollinators, which are apparently really like our work here, because you see me glance away, it's because I'm looking to see who's on the flowers nectaring.
We've got one that keeps landing on my leg.
But please come out. This is a way we can showcase the gardens here at the museum. We can explain to people what the Master Gardener program is. And this is our very own Master Gardener sanctioned demonstration garden. And it's here to teach people about gardening, herbs, and the pollinators. So please come out. It'll be fun.
Well, this is our second year for this, and I've been approached if this is something appropriate for the little daisies and the Girl Scouts, and I said absolutely yes. So we may have some of them that night too. We're looking forward to that, and that is a free event. Refreshments will be served, and then our artists and authors reception will be here the night before Heritage Day, which is The event will be here Friday night, September 22nd. It's also been called the Gift Shop Gala. This is our 3rd annual. What this is the gift shop will be open, and all of our artists, authors, jewelers will be on hand. They'll all have their name badges on, and we will introduce them, and we will have a book signing table. We will have refreshments. It'll be a nice event, and that's part of the Heritage Happenings. It's a 3-day event that starts Thursday night with their farm-to-table dinner, and then there's a carriage ride earlier in the day that goes around the square in Covington, and we're thrilled to be part of that this year. And that goes that Friday night from 5:30 to 7, and then you know that the regular Heritage Day event is Saturday up on the square. So we have a lot going on at the museum, and a new exhibit, which is exciting, and lots of programs and lots of butterflies. Anything else, Sherl?
I don't have my soapbox with me, but since Barry reminded me about my soapbox, just a word here. Honeybees are in severe decline, and therefore that's one of the reasons we have this garden. And please go to these websites I mentioned, educate yourself about the importance of pollinators and what you can do to help them out. A cause that's very near and dear to my heart is the decline of the monarch butterfly. Due to herbicide use and spraying of roadsides, where you used to see butterfly weed all the time. Now, a monarch butterfly is what we call host specific. They only lay their eggs, and their larvae only eat milkweed. So if we get rid of the milkweed,
Right, and that's why we were so adamant about planting it all here, and I've got some at my own house too.
and so please educate yourselves about that, and just remember there would be a lot of nice goodies, that fruits and things that we would not have if it weren't for bees. And monarchs are just beautiful butterflies. How sad it would be to have a world without monarch butterflies.
Thank you, Sherl.
Thank you, Barry.
Thank you for all you do for the Tipton County Museum, the pollinators, the community. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Sherry, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the Tipton County Museum. Thanks for watching.